Live at lunchtime, I want to return quickly to the Zondo Commission, where former President Jacob Zuma's son, Duduzane, is testifying. He says he suggested the Gupta residence as a venue for a meeting where former Deputy Finance Minister Mcebisi Jonas was allegedly offered 600 million rand by the Guptas. Just before the lunch break, there was much testimony given. Let's bring in ENC's Michael Apple, who's in Parktown. Duduzane Zuma then, Michael, maintains that both Jonas and Mxolisi Dukwana fabricating testimony and falsely implicating him. He was fairly aggrieved by this. Why would they do that?
Yeah, that's right, Jeremy. And we've just gotten through 2 of the 6 witnesses who we understand have implicated Duduzane Zuma and who he's expected to give his version of events to obviously counteract the statements that they have given. As you've mentioned, Mxolisi Jonas and Mxolisi Dukwana are just 2 of those that we've gotten to at the moment. And it's a question that's been asked. What is behind this fabrication? Why would Jonas go on national television and make these allegations against him? And he responded quite flippantly saying, well, he did what he did, good for him, but he doesn't know why he did it. And the same with Mr. Dukwana's evidence, saying that he was there at the Gupta home in 2012 with the former Free State Premier, Ace Magashule, and that this meeting took place where Mr. Dukwana is offered 2 million rand a month and 2 million rand in cash if he'll just sign a document. It was a construction deal in the Free State. He once again says he is conveniently placed by both Jonas and Dukwana at the crime scene at the Gupta's residence in Saxonwold. He says that very often in the testimony of these people who are implicating him, he sits in the corner, doesn't say anything. It's almost as if he is a couch or a lampshade, his words, that simply sits in the corner. And he says that this sort of evidence, none of this ever happened, and it's false and fabricated.
So vigorous then in his rejection. He's painting himself as someone who is falsely placed at these meetings by witnesses where one or more of those Gupta brothers made these offers. What then has the chairperson's response been to this, Michael?
So what the chairperson is doing is drawing linkages between all those who have testified. So where Jonas would say that one of the Guptas said that we are going to replace the finance minister, then 9 weeks later Nhlanhla Nene is replaced by Des van Rooyen, and where Jonas also said that the Gupta brothers said that he would have the support of advisors once he comes into office. Des van Rooyen comes into office with advisors who are linked to the Guptas. So is that pure coincidence is the question, and he responded that it is purely coincidence that the finance minister was replaced. The Deputy Chief Justice is, and he reiterates this, he says, I'm not making my mind up, but I want to be transparent about the concerns that I have around your testimony and around the testimony and evidence of so many other people who have come before the inquiry.
All right, Michael Apple for the moment, thank you. The Zondo Commission resumes a little later on this afternoon.